All right, Americans who celebrate Thanksgiving and people who love a good sell on a whole turkey, this is your 1 week reminder to start getting your turkey ready. And in this video, I'm going to take this turkey and just cook it. We're going to just walk you along and getting one cooked as simply as possible while trying to keep it as juicy as possible. So whether you're looking for cheap protein or you just really enjoy turkey, hopefully I can guide you into making this taste great. The first thing I like to do with the turkey is to spatchcock it, which is literally just the words spatch and cock put together. But what we're going to do is cut the spine out of the turkey. And to make that a lot easier, I'm going to use some kitchen shears and a knife. I'm going to use the knife just to kind of start so I can find where the spine meets everything. Just start cutting through. You're cutting through little rib bones, so this should be able to handle it. And once you get closer to the thigh, you will find that the joint of the thigh is in there. You want to pop that out before trying to cut through it. It's going to be right here. Just take a knife, carefully cut through that cartilage. So you should be able to separate it, and you'll see this ball right here. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but, you know, it does make for a better experience. You can save this to make a nice stock. Along with the turkey neck, you know, save these, put them aside, roast them, put some water on them, and let them just cook down. All right, now that the spine is out, I want to take a little cut and just put it right here, just to get through that piece of cartilage. And we'll flip it over. I'm just going to press down on it until it crunches. There we go. This is about what you should be left with. Nice splayed out turkey. Now I'm going to go ahead and get this thing seasoned. You want to start by getting the skin kind of pulled up. But you don't want to take it all the way off. You want it to still be on there. So that's going to help retain moisture. And for the seasoning, I'm going to be using some Carnivore Companion. I'm going to use smokestack under the skin and on the breast. And I'm going to go very heavy with it because this is a massive bird. It can take the seasoning. And this recipe is more for a same day turkey cooking. If you would like to do this the day before, it would really help it out. Just because it kind of dry brines it a little bit. You can season it, throw it in your fridge, let it sit overnight. But if you just don't want to do that, you want to do some same day stuff, just make this super easy. Just go ahead and season it with whatever you want. Also hit it with some steak dust all over the turkey. A good bit of smoke flavor since I don't have a smoker. Let's go ahead and get this flipped over and we can season the other side as well. And in actuality, it doesn't really matter how long you cook the turkey. What really matters is the temperature. And that's why I've partnered with Tyfer, and I'm using their Tyfer Sync Gold wireless thermometer. I've said this before, but turkey and all poultry really cook at different temps. I went ahead and put one in the breast so I can cook it to about 145, so that way I can cover it to make sure that it doesn't cook too fast. While I put another one in the thigh so that we can make sure it hits at least 175 degrees, which will allow for all the collagen and connective tissue to start breaking down better. However, a turkey can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to cook, and I personally want to be able to walk away and feel comfortable knowing that I can monitor its progress from anywhere. Go ahead and get this into an oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And since that's in there, we can set our temperature. Number one had the turkey breast, set that to 145 degrees. And let's set the second one, which is the turkey thigh. I have a few hours to kill at least, so I'm gonna go chill out and watch some TV. And I could do that because this little guy gets up to 3,000 feet of range on. So that means I could walk 3,000 feet away and I can still monitor my turkey's progress. And if you forgot something last second, you can always head out because they also have an app that lets you monitor your turkey's progress as well. So if you've been looking for a solution to your thermometer needs, check this out because it is also Tyfer's lowest price of the year. Typically it's $229, but right now you can get it for $149. You can also get an additional 10% off by using my coupon code CarnivorousChef at Tyfer.com, or you can check out the links below to also get the discount. Thanks to Tyfer for joining along with this video, and I'll be back as soon as it's time to wrap the turkey breast. Uh-oh, it's done! And of course, since this hit 145, I'm gonna take this foil, I'm just gonna insulate the turkey breast itself. And all this is going to do is allow the heat to reflect off of this, just so it's not absorbing too much too fast. We need to get this back in the oven and hit our target of 161 on the breast. And by that time, the dark meat should be good to go. And the breast probe just went off, so let's get it out and let it rest for at least 10 minutes, maybe a little longer, maybe 15 minutes. All right, I went ahead and delimbed the turkey, so all I'm left with right here is the breast. We'll worry about all this in a second. So for the breast, there's going to be a bone right here and a bone right here. So what you're going to do is get your knife as close to that as you can possibly get and cut alongside it. And there will probably be some left on the carcass, but that's not a huge deal. Get the other side. And I'm just going to cut it straight across into some bite-sized pieces. I'll try my best to keep the skin on there as well, so everybody gets a little piece of that skin. And since it hit that 175, it should come off pretty easily. Tear that up just a little bit, make it more manageable. Whoo, baby, that's hot. All right, it's nice and juicy. Hit the target I wanted to get. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, the flavor is awesome. The texture is great. It is nice and juicy. The dark meat's obviously a little more juicy than the breast, but overall, for being the same day turkey, this turned out really good. And I think using this thermometer really helped out a lot. I've used plenty of thermometers to get this done, but I typically just kind of forget about it since it takes so long to cook something like this. But using this thing made it so much easier. And I'm left with a result that I think everybody will be happy with. And obviously, you don't do this very many times a year, so why not try to make it as good as possible? And that's it for this recipe. And before I leave, I want to tell you about the Carnivore Thanksgiving playlist, which would be about right here somewhere. If you want to check out any of my carnivore holiday recipes, I have stuff like dressing / stuffing. I've got a cheesecake, mac and cheese, just anything you could want for Thanksgiving or any other holiday. And with that said, hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one.